From Reminder Media, this is Stay Paid, a sales and marketing podcast on a mission to help you close more deals and retain more business. Hosted by the VP of Marketing, Josh Stake, and Reminder Media's president, Luke Acree. So get ready to hear the golden nuggets that will allow you to live a life of freedom tomorrow, but only if you take action today.
Welcome to another Silver Dollar episode of Stay Paid, the best sales and marketing tips of your week in 15 minutes or less. My name is Joshua Stike.
And I'm Luke Acree.
And today we're going to be talking about video, right?
Yes.
So this idea of video that you should be filming for your business, creating video for your brand is one of the most crucial things you can be doing right now to get people to know you, like you, and trust you, with social video generating 1,200% more shares than text and image content combined.
Really?
And 86% of people wanting to see more video from brands. They actually want to see more video. Marketers who are using video grow their revenue 49% faster than non-video marketers. Even though the stats alone are overwhelmingly persuading, it'd still be difficult to know where to start. So today we're going to go over the 8 types of videos that we feel every business should be filming.
Yeah, and these are straight out of, or at least the ones Josh and I are going to be talking about, are straight out of stuff that we either have done ourselves, have done with clients, and had clients use and seen success with. So these are ones that we're not just making up. These are ones that we actually see in action. I can kind of start with the first one. I think the first one is one of the most powerful ones that you need to do, because one of the things that you're trying to do in business is you're trying to become the credible source in your industry. Like you should be known as the SME. I call it the subject matter expert, someone who is trusted. And one of the best ways to do that is through your clients actually sharing their experience about you, because you can stay there or sit there all day and do videos on your expertise. And that's going to be one of the tips I give. Mm-hmm. But you can talk until you're blue in the face. People care more what your clients have to say about you and what their experience has been about you. So doing, whether you call it like client testimonial videos, you could even do videos where it kind of showcases a client's story and it builds trust and credibility. I think they call it like social proof on like a website. If you come to a website and you see someone's testimonial or you see a client testimonial there, the tip I would give you though is a lot of client testimonial videos are super high end and well done. I actually think the ones that build more credibility are the ones that are filmed just on your phone. Literally the ones that you pull up, maybe if you're a real estate agent, it's right after the closing where they're feeling happy, they're about to get into their house, and you just pull out your phone and ask them to share just in a quick few seconds their experience with you, if they don't mind doing that. And then an extra tip would be do that every time and splice together a bunch of people's sayings in their testimonials. It's super powerful when I'm on a product's website and I can see one after the other very, very quickly. Instead of a long drawn out testimonial. I prefer like, man, I worked with Josh. He was amazing because of X. Oh, I worked with Josh. He got me Y. Oh, I worked with Josh. He got me Z. And it's just very quick and it builds trust. So that's one of the videos I would do right away.
Another great thing that you can be doing right now is doing these interviews like over Zoom. So obviously, if we're back in person and you can always film these at the closing table, capturing that. But if you want to go back to some of your past clients and ask them if they would like to give a short testimonial or just do a short interview of what the process was like working with you, scheduling those over Zoom is a great way to capture that too, because you can download the recordings, send it off to a video editor, get them to put that supercut together for you and get that out into all of your marketing materials. The second one that we'll recommend, and I think people think that this one's a little daunting, but I think it's actually one of the easiest ones to do, and that's a vlog. So a vlog is a video blog, and really all that you're doing here is the Gary Vee model, what he popularized with this idea of document, don't create. So many people don't make videos because they don't know where to start. It takes so much more effort and so much more creativity to lay out, the beginning, the end, the middle of a video, how it's going to be all edited together. And then you've got to find someone that can actually do the editing or do the editing yourself. Whereas a vlog is really just documenting your day. It's
kind of like your
phone.
Instagram stories.
It's kind of and that's the other point. When we go through these types of videos you should be filming, we're not necessarily talking highly edited YouTube videos. These can be for your social medias. This can be your daily Instagram story as well, but these are stories that you should be creating. Whenever you're driving off to a listing appointment or whatever type of appointment you're doing in your business, explain your process. If you're helping somebody wrap up a deal, explain kind of like what that is, what the process and what to expect from that would be. One piece of software that you can actually use. This was Eric Sue has this piece of software. He was on the podcast before called ClickFlow. Once you have your videos created, you can actually use this to help optimize your titles and your descriptions and see what types of topics are trending out there on YouTube or online. And that'll sort of guide you for what types of content you could be creating as well.
I would actually add also, when you're thinking about your vlogging and stuff, is try to throw out to people like your personal goals, like where you're headed, what you're doing, because I have seen over time, whether it's through Instagram stories, through vlogging, when there's actually a journey or a destination you're going towards. And again, you're not creating anything. It's literally what you're doing. So if you have a workout goal, throw that into your vlog. If you have a goal like Jordan Mott, we interviewed, he had a goal to do $100 million in sales. He was constantly posting that on his Instagram, constantly putting out there in content.
Spoiler alert, he already did it.
Yeah, he did it already. You got to watch the episode. It's a great episode. But it brings in the audience to feel a part of your journey. So if you are documenting your journey, but also throwing out to people where you're headed, that's a great way to make your vlog entertaining. The third type of video that we would recommend you do is document your frequently asked questions. So this would go under like the educational category of videos. Mm-hmm. All of you in every single industry are asked FAQs every single day. Maybe it's real estate right now and it's about the mortgage rates or the interest rates. It's about the, inventory problem that everybody's facing. Whatever those FAQs that you're constantly getting, that's a perfect video for you to film. You can send that video through email. You can post it on your social media. You can put it on your website. We even did an interview and it's escaping me. I want to say it was Sean, but it's escaping me. He basically filmed video answers to every question he gets in the transaction process. Yeah. So, you think in real estate or insurance, right? I just went through life insurance and updating all that. It's really, really complicated as you're going through all these policies and you're trying to understand. Imagine having a video explaining to your client exactly what they're signing. That way, when they get that document from you, if they have any questions, they can literally reference all of your videos right along. Not only is it going to save you time because they won't have to call you, but it will also build trust in the minds of your clients. And it's a great piece of content marketing.
A good style for that type of video also could be like a how-to style video. So if you go on YouTube, you look up any sort of how-to style videos, you can kind of follow their format because they're very easy to follow. It's very step-by-step instructional. So taking your FAQs, documenting that out in a good how-to video. The fourth one is going to be webinars. So I know that sounds like, oh, that's not a video that you're going to film, but it is because you're going to record your webinar. Make sure if you're doing a webinar, you are on camera. I can't believe there are still webinars that I see where the people aren't on camera, and that is the number one way to connect with people that you're giving that webinar to. Very similar style content in the sense that this is educational content, right? This is taking a subject that you are an expert in and breaking it down into slides that you can easily follow along with and give that good educational webinar. Some really great benefits of this is it actually will help you grow your audience in other areas as well. I'd be really curious. I'd love to ask this. If you're watching this on YouTube or if you're listening to this and you heard about our podcast from our webinars,
that's a great point. Yeah.
Please head over to YouTube and comment, because the number of people who have even chatted in during the introductions on our webinars, like, this looks really great, I'm going to check it out, has really been phenomenal. And we'll continue to grow our social media even through our webinars. It's also a great way to build your email list, because you're not selling anything. And I kind of tack that on to the end. This is not, the idea here isn't to sell. You could do an ask, like if you're trying to set appointments at the end of the webinar for people that want to learn more, you can definitely do that. And then the other tip and the other benefit here for doing webinars is you can co-host webinars and collaborate with other professionals in your field or in related fields. And then you'll actually get access to both of those audiences. Then you've got your video. It's already recorded by Zoom. You can post that on all your social media. You can cut it up for micro content that you can then post on your social media as well and continue kind of presenting yourself as that industry expert.
There's a great company that we do a lot of partnering with called White Glove. You guys should check them out. If you're in the insurance space, financial services space, they are masters at this for that. They even do it for real estate agents, but they actually create for you webinars. Mm-hmm. So they help you put it together. They help get people to your webinar. So if you're thinking, man, how would I do a webinar that seems complicated? It's white glove service. They do it all for you.
And they get the people to show up.
Correct. They do. It's pretty incredible. But then they would not only help you put on that webinar, but then you have all that video to repost, to nurture, like Josh is saying. Another video that I would recommend that you guys do is, I would call it like a get to know you video or get to know your team. So we all know people do business with people they know, like, and trust. Social media, posting on your Instagram stories, posting on your Facebook pages are great ways for people to see into your life. But another great way is for you to actually film a video about who you are, why you got into the business, why you do what you do, what your passions are. People want to know who they're working with, and a great little 1-2 minute intro video that sits on your website, that sits on your social media page. We've done multiple of these for me in my own, like, kind of, whether it's my public speaking or what I'm doing from a coaching standpoint, all that stuff. We've done little clips over the years that give people a window into who I am. We've done ones that are
I missed those clips. We used to do a lot more of those. Ask Luke type questions. Those are fun.
Yeah, it's just
we did one, and it was like Vogue's 73 questions where we
don't watch that one.
Yeah.
Don't watch that.
That one was a lot of fun. We liked that one. I will say, though, for that one, if you are going to do that one is probably one where you're going to want a higher quality, because that speaks to more who you are as a professional instead of like your day-to-day.
It's a great point. We've done hyped ones. We've done the Vogue type question ones. We've done ones where it's like emotional, like, here's my why, here's why I got into the business.
Oh, yeah,
all of these videos are great, not only from a marketing standpoint to put your brand out there, but really great for people to understand who they're working with.
All right, number 6 is going to be similar to that. So sort of playing off this idea of getting to know you. This is getting to know your company. This is behind the scenes / company culture style videos. Definitely similar to what you were just talking about, maybe a little bit more raw and unrehearsed.
Yes.
So when I think about, you guys have to check out, I love watching your brother's story. So Stephen Acree, his Instagram, I think it's Acree Brothers Realty is the Instagram handle.
Sure.
But they do these behind the scene videos all the time, sort of like we used to do with our sales meetings in the morning, where it's just their meetings in the morning. And I swear, every time I see them, like, I want to go work for that guy. They just seem to have so
Brothers,
much fun.
At Acree Brothers on Instagram.
So a couple things that's going to do for you. Obviously, it's going to allow you to show off your company culture from a potential candidate standpoint. So if you're looking to hire or grow your team, it's going to show potential candidates what it's like to work for you. But the other one is your company culture is so combined or so aligned with your values and your beliefs. And ultimately, if you can work with people that have similar values and beliefs as you and your team, then you're going to have a better experience. Everyone all around will have a better experience. So putting that out there and finding people that you want to do business with or that align with your beliefs is a really great way to show off by using that behind the scenes content.
Yep. Now, they check out my brothers. They do a lot of it. They do a lot of things. Like, I keep referencing social because video and social are so similar with Instagram and how TikTok is done these days. But he does like Takeover Tuesday. So he has team members, and each team member literally goes and walks through their day. And I'm talking about from the time they wake up with their kids, talking about getting their kids on the school bus, to all the way going to work, to the end of the day. They take you throughout their whole day just to give you a window into who they are. So it's a great way to draw people in. It's a great way for you to get to know your prospects to get to know you better. Last video that I would recommend is what I call like product promotion videos. So Shannon, who we had on the show, Shannon Gillette, she does this, and I forget the other person who mentioned that they did it, but it's basically like they do a listing video of the week, I think is what they call it, but that's their product, right? They're selling houses for people. And
she did it for her own home. She didn't need to, but she goes, no,
that's how much she believes in it.
Got to be consistent and do it even for my own property.
So we mentioned my brother, right, in his Instagram. Well, one of the major things he does from a promotion standpoint is he always tends to film videos on his listings and promotes them on Facebook. And what he has found is, when he does it, and he does it really high quality, it doesn't help him as much sell that home, believe it or not, but it helps him earn the next listing, because the prospective sellers see that and they go, man, I want somebody that does that type of marketing to sell my home. The same applies for every industry. What's your product? Like Josh and I, well, I shouldn't say Josh and I, it's really Ariel, who's the magic video producer. She's put together a whole product video for our magazine that almost is like reminiscent of like an Apple video, like if Apple iPhone or something like that. She did that for our products, and it's promoting the product, but at the same time, it's really putting across to the prospects your brand. And so this one I would definitely recommend try to be higher quality on.
Put yourself in your listing videos. So even if it's just in the intro and you're standing in front of the home or walking down the sidewalk, put yourself in those listing videos and then go into the full presentation of the home. You don't have to be in every single scene. You want to be able to show off the home. That's what it's about. But make sure that you are in your listing videos as well. The last one that we'll recommend, and this is number 8, this word of warning, this will be your most expensive one that we're going to recommend. So this is the one that I would absolutely say hire professionals to create this. This is your brand film. And this is something that I've been thinking about a lot lately because a lot of these top producers that we have on our show, I go to research them. I look at their YouTube page. The featured video is a brand film on their business. Great example, Jennifer Egbert, who we just had on the podcast. Go to her real estate or her YouTube page. She's got a brand film that tells a little bit about her story, tells a little bit about what she specializes in. Shannon Gillette also has one. So those are focused on professional experience. David Meltzer, if you go, he's been on the podcast twice. He has one different style. It really tells his story. So he's got and these are 3-minute films. These are I'm not talking 30-minute documentaries. These are 3-minute films. It's got pictures and videos of him as a kid.
That's
talking
awesome.
about what he aspired to be and what his life journey was all about. And then another great one that we had recently was Glenda Baker, where she's got a brand film that is and it's only 30 seconds long, but it's all personality. So much so that she even has a client in there saying, I didn't hire Glenda to be ordinary. I hired her to be a badass. And immediately that tells you, okay, I know who this person is that I'm working with.
Yeah.
You look more successful when you have an edited, produced brand video. So definitely make sure to look into that. Don't be scared of the process, because if you hire the right producer, like an Ariel Thomas, you will.
She's not for hire. She works with her.
So kind.
So there you have it. Those are our 8 types of videos that any business should be filming. Thank you so much for listening. You can head on over to staypaidpodcast.com for the show notes. You get all of those listed out in one place. We'll link some additional resources there as well. To support the show, we'd love it if you'd subscribe on Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star review, and comment to let us know how we're doing. And the best way to help out the show is to tell a friend. You guys want to hear a dad joke?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, dude, I was going back and looking. I was like, when did dad jokes start? You know why dad jokes started? We used to read reviews at the end of the show, and then we ran out of reviews. So I had to start telling dad jokes. So I'm warning everybody right now, if you made it this far, I'm out of reviews.
Yeah, so you're going to hear a lot of dad jokes.
So everybody, you've got to go and review and comment on Apple Podcasts. I thought you were literally
talking about the history of dad jokes itself.
Me too.
Not like our
Back
history
in 1642,
of, not Stay Paid podcast history of dad jokes.
No, they used to just be called jokes. Now they're somehow dad jokes. All right, here we go. How do geologists ask each other out? They say, "Are you a carbon sample? Because I'd love to date you."
Oh my gosh.
All right. I would have told a chemistry joke instead, but I knew it wouldn't get a reaction. Oh my gosh.
These are the jokes that you have to have education for.
If you like
they are over my head.
If you want to get a hold of me or Luke, you can email us at podcast@remindermedia.com. Of course, you can find us on Instagram and Facebook. We are at Stay Paid Podcast. For this episode of Stay Paid, I'm Joshua Stike.
Guys, I'm Luke Acree. I think the action item from this one is you need client testimonial videos. So all of you are servicing clients, right? And hopefully they're having great experiences. You need to document those experiences. Pull out your phone when you're with them. Ask them to just share in a few words, in a minute or so, their experience with you, and ask if you can use that in your marketing. Super simple. It doesn't have to be super well produced, and you can put it on your social, on your websites. It's a great way to build trust with your prospects. Remember this, the difference between a top producer and a mediocre producer is top producers take action. Take action on that today.